Okay, what's up, everybody? So I know it's been a little bit of a while, I guess I'll say a while. Yes, it's been a while since I put a video out. So I figured I'm going to start jumping back into this. I finally have some screen recording software and webcam at the same time, software that I can use and make my videos on how I want to make them. And so far it's been working all right. The OBS Studio, I actually made a video on it, I think last week or something, about getting it to work on your Windows 10 because the NVIDIA driver support is fucking crazy. But anyways, so this video that we're working on now and that you're viewing is going to be for PlayStation 3 running custom firmware. This is both for CEX based and DEX based custom firmwares. This is the new version of REBUG 4.84.2. I have both versions for download. The links will be in the description below, as well as the 3 other files that I'm going to be going over for installation to get everything to work the way that you want it to. So without further ado, let's dive into this video. So first we have the 2 versions of the firmware. We have the DREX version and the regular REX version. The REX version is for CEX based custom firmwares, and the DREX is for DEX custom firmwares. So based upon what firmware you're running, if you're wondering what the difference is, CEX base is just standard consumer custom firmware. You can't really do anything else with it except for load up third-party packages and plugins and such. The DEX custom firmware is like a demo custom firmware, kind of like a debug custom firmware. So it's more or less along the lines for developers, for developing mods and actual packages to put out on wherever you get your packages from. Probably most of the time me. But yeah, so that's the difference. But based upon what system you're running and what version you're running, that's what you're going to want to download. So I have the CEX based custom firmware running on my PS3, so I'm going to be using the REX version of this. The other 3 files that I was pertaining to is the Unofficial MultiMAN 0.4.84.00, which this is basically just plain ass MultiMAN. There's no stealth version of it. It's a hen release. So for an example, if you're using the 4.82 firmware and you use your PS3 hen to flash the homebrew environment onto the system, which you can do now with the Super Slims, which I want to get my hands on one so I can actually make a video about it, because I got mine, but I don't want to, risk getting my PSN banned again. Yeah, so basically what this is just regular MultiMAN, and it has compatibility for 4.84 custom firmwares. Now there is a new version of MultiMAN which I will be making a separate video on, but as for this video, I'm just going to show the original way on how everything gets worked up to T on the original release, and then I will release the next video with the updated MultiMAN version as well, with the stealth packet. The next file that we have to look at is the WebMAN mod. This mod right here is it's still put out by DEX that makes MultiMAN, but what this is just compatibility for the 4.84 again, so that way your COBRA that's available to you in your REBUG firmwares, you can use that for running backwards compatible PS2 game, or well, bringing backwards compatibility back to your PS3 Slim. If you have an original fat model that was the 80 gigabyte, cool. You don't need to worry about that for PlayStation 2. But you can also use this to run PSP games and PS1 games. Essentially, you can load out through WebMAN, so it's very user friendly, more or less, and it goes very well. Well, it goes hand in hand with the COBRA anyway, so. That's that. And then last but not least, to make sure your COBRA runs the way that you need it to, we're going to need the REBUG Toolbox version 2.03.0. So that's what you're going to be downloading. So you're going to download all 3 of these files here, the unofficial version of MultiMAN, WebMAN, and the REBUG Toolbox that I have, again, below. And all you're going to need now is a flash drive. Ding. So I'm going to take a flash drive here. And if we go to the PS3 folder on the root, if you don't have one, make one, all capital letters. And then again, another folder called update with all capital letters inside of that. This is where you're going to place your update file. So for me, like I said, I need the REX version for the CEX base. So I'm just going to copy that over like so. And once that copy's over, we're going to have to rename the file. Now, you don't necessarily have to do that. Some custom firmwares allow you to have like 5 or 6 different custom firmwares that you can flash to, like for an example, Habib and REBUG and Firefox. They have custom firmwares out there. If you wanted to flash back and forth, some custom firmwares will be able to read multiple ones on the flash drive for install, and you'll be able to pick each one, but I just rename it just because I just wanted to be able to read it no matter what firmware I'm on, because that's what the system was designed to do. So we're just going to delete the whole REBUG set there and leave the PS3 updat.pup. There is no E at the end of that P, okay? A lot of people that say, oh, well, I labeled it PS3 update. You know, it's updat, not update. Make sure you leave the E out of there so that way it reads properly. So now that that's copied over and renamed, I'm just going to go to the root of the memory stick here. And I'm going to copy over these 3 files, the unofficial version of MultiMan, WebMan, and the REBUG Toolbox 0.203. Let those copy over, and that's pretty much it. So now all we got to do is remove our flash drive and head over to the PS3, and we're going to install the firmware, and we're going to install and update, well, or install or update, depending on if you don't have MultiMan or not. The MultiMan, we're going to update the WebMan and modify the original rootkit of the WebMan with the package installer, which does it automatically, so that's fine. And update our REBUG Toolbox and our COBRA settings. And you should be good to go. So let's go take care of that. Alrighty, so here we are at the PS3. If we scroll down to the system settings here, I'm just going to go in and show you my version. System information stating 4.81 custom firmware. I'm running the REBUG custom firmware. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to scroll over to my game category. Come on. There we go. Let's get that out of here. And as you can see, obviously I'm running custom firmware. I have the custom icons and the backup managers and all that fun jazz. So now what I want to do is I want to go to the package manager. Now I always like to install packages before I update the custom firmware, just simply because of compatibility. REBUG does have the package manager installed, so you can update your firmware and then install the packages, but I just like to do it this way to play it safe. So install package files from storage device or your PS3. So I'm going to go here and install from the root of the storage device. That's what we want. And we're going to see the REBUG Toolbox 20302, the unofficial MultiMan, and WebMan mod. So first and foremost, I guess I'm going to install the WebMan mod here. So click X on that, and it's just going to install like it's his day job. Shouldn't take very long at all. There we go. Start zipping along there. And circle to complete. Now that that's installed, go back into Package Manager here and install package files from the storage device again from the root. And we're going to install our unofficial MultiMan 4.84 base. So let's install that. Let that do its thing. Now I don't know if this is actually going to install like a separate version of MultiMan or not, or if it's going to update the version I already have, but we'll see. So that's done. And then last but not least, we're going to install our REBUG Toolbox version 20302. So let's install that. It's going to ask the same version as already installed. Continue installing anyway. And the install will complete in literally a millisecond. And that's it. So now that we've updated all of that stuff, let's go update our custom firmware. So system update, update via storage media, and it's going to find the 4.84.2, which is what we put on the USB drive. And We're just going to hit X and let it do its thing. It's going to copy the update data to the system storage. Do not turn off your system after the copy operation has completed. The system will automatically restart. Okay, so now it's going to check for the update data, and it's going to ask you to please wait and press the PS button on your controller. Once the update starts to commence, and now it's going to install. So do not turn off the system after the installation has been completed. The system will automatically restart, as we all know. So now it's going to update the firmware, and we just have to sit and wait. Okay, take 75 fucking thousand on this video because this Elgato sucks. Anyways, here we are back at the PS3. So now what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you load up your MultiMan. Now when you load up your MultiMan after the update has finished, and like we did in the beginning of the video, we installed the applications before we updated. When you boot up the MultiMan, it's going to ask you 4 pages of a user agreement. Just hit yes to all of those and it will load it up. Okay, so now that MultiMan is loading, we go in here, and if you scroll all the way over to the web area, you can see that there's 3 new things. One is the visit multimanddeanbg.com. That's the actual website that's set up. Muvane Player 5.00 is updated to version 5, obviously, for the CEX firmwares. And this is the latest version of MultiMan. You can select this and download it and install it now, or you can watch the video that I put out and download it from there. Whatever you want to do, that's fine by me. But this is the updated version for the new custom firmwares. So that's that. If we scroll over to Retro, obviously we can see that the WebMan is currently still working even though I've updated the system. It's still picking up the PS2 ISOs as well as the PSP ISOs down there as well. So yeah, so we got that. And that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to go and exit to the XMB and we'll go set up our REBUG Toolbox. I had to pause again because the Elgato cuts my commentary off every time it changes the screen. It's dumb, literally dumb. Anywho, so I'm going to go down to my tools and open up the REBUG Toolbox. So go ahead and open it up and we'll get that set up. Okay, so once the REBUG Toolbox loads up, these are just basic settings that you can do. If we come over to the selector, you want to make sure your system mode is REBUG. Make sure the XMB operation mode is debug. The debug menu type, you're going to want the CEXQA. If you have DEX custom firmware, obviously change it to DEX. So that depends on your firmware. Toggle XMB custom firmware settings. This is a different addition to custom firmware settings that's on the main screen of the firmware. I'll show you when we get out of here. Have that enabled and make sure the toggle COBRA mode is enabled. So that's pretty much it there. So we can just go here, or we can quit and go back to the XMB and we'll load up the WebMan and update the files. Okay, coming back to the XMB. Let's go down to this unknown folder. If you don't have folders, just look for this WebMan mod 1.4725 that we installed and boot it up and hold L1. What that's going to do is it's going to install the files, the update files to the WebMan itself. And if your WebMan is already running, you won't get a notification, and if it is running, or if it isn't running, then you will get a notification. And if it's the first time that you're updating it, you'll also get the notification. And I'm doing this for like the 9th time, so I'm probably not going to get a notification. So hold it. Yeah, hit X and hold L1. Alright, press the PS button on your remote or your controller. It's going to boot up. And there it is. WebMan 1.47259 mod for 4.8 CEX COBRA 8.1. That's the notification that you want to see. And now our WebMan is completely loaded. Now about the custom firmware settings that I was talking about in the REBUG Toolbox, we can just go over here real quick and I'll show you those. There's the debug settings right here. That's pretty much all it is. Just these debug settings. And you can scroll through these as you wish and check out everything in here, but that's what that is. So when you enable that, this little thing pops up, kind of like the debug settings that show up on PS4 when you use the Flash installation there for the debug settings to load third-party applications. Doesn't work on the latest firmware. UDisk. Really? Okay, so anyways, last but not least, what we're going to do is we're going to mount a WebMan game. So let's mount the PS2 game here just to make sure the backwards compatibility still works. You know what? Let's load Midnight Club 3. Okay, so it just mounts natively right there. It no longer loads like a web browser when you select it to mount it. And we should be able to go ahead and play it. So let's try it. Okay, and there it is. So we've updated our custom firmware to 4.84.2 for REBUG. We've installed the new WebMan mod, which you don't need to load a web browser, so I'm assuming you could probably use it offline as well with no internet connection, which is kind of cool. We've updated our MultiMAN to the 4.84 unofficial version, and we successfully have backwards compatibility on PS3 Slim, running the COBRA 8.1 with the WebMan involved. And that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. I hope this video helps you. Again, the links will be in the description below. This is going to be a very long description. But just be sure to check down there for those links, and you'll be able to get what you need. And rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than I haven't seen this game in forever, which is pretty cool. So, all right, guys, enjoy, and I'll talk to you later.